Hey, good morning, everyone. How are we doing today? It looks really good. We got quite a few people. This is the most pre-video chat that I've seen in a while. I love it. We're doing good. Got a lot of people here this morning and a lot of people wide awake.
We're still alive.
It's still alive. I didn't think there would be any doubt that we'd still be alive, but it was a fun, somewhat fun day. What? You should just throw in random stuff in the video now. Well, so yeah, guys. Again, I know I've said it like so many times the other morning, but you guys were such a huge help in like helping complete that challenge and the record. It was Taiko and her daily chocolate.
Yeah. Chocolate.
She's like, I only eat one piece a day, and like one piece is like this big.
No. So nice.
Yeah, good breakfast, huh? Asagohan nani?
Asagohan tamago.
What?
Tamago.
Oh. Could be. So yeah, I said it a lot, but thank you guys. Really, it was actually kind of interesting whenever we finished in the interview. The reporter came up and she asked, like, what made you want to do this? How'd you get through it and everything? And I literally started tearing up again, and I was like, man, I was super emotional because I was super exhausted, but I started tearing up, and I was like, man, if you don't understand, like, the YouTube community that we have is super, so fucking awesome. And
amazing.
they like kept me conversation, even when I was trying to like not respond. Like, you guys were asking me questions, and I was trying my best to formulate responses, but there were some phases through that was really, really challenging. So, but I know for 100% certainty that if there was nobody in the chat, or if you guys weren't there, especially like Cobrat, Ram, Mindy's mom, you guys that were there towards the end, like especially those last 4 or 5 hours, those were the roughest, and those were the ones that really helped me kind of stay with it, because my buddy JT was up there and he was kind of silent for a while. I think he was a bit tired too, but it was a little bit lonely, to be honest. You know, Taiko went to bed and had a nice little nap in her tent, and it was really cold. Was it cold in the tent also?
Yeah. Cold.
Oh, I thought you said it was so warm in there. You're like, I don't want to leave the tent because it's so warm.
We no have, and I have blanket. Just stay. Start warm. If I move again, you call me something you need. Yeah, I will help you. But if I move again, cold. And so moist inside, all water.
Really? The moisture came inside?
Zenbu.
Oh.
And a pillow is wet.
Really?
And if I over there is so small, and with Feifei, I will sit, touch my head, and everything water, and
really?
little bit I touch, water.
I wonder if you put like some kind of a tarp over the top of it outside, that would have prevented some of the moisture coming through.
Super moist.
Yeah, but I mean, like, that moisture comes from the air around. I wonder if there was a tarp that you put over the top, prevents any moisture building up in there. I don't know. That was a really good tent though too. It's designed for like mountain climbing and rock climbing, and like hanging off the side of a cliff. Did you know that?
No.
So like all of his stuff, because he's a big rock climber, he bought all the stuff, like even that chair that he brought up to the platform. That's all designed to just, while you're on the side of a mountain, clip in and just hang there. Wow. So you can rest in like the tent too.
I never do camp, so I don't know. But I always hear you have to prepare for call and everything. But I think only like a half night, right?
Yeah, well, you only slept for like four hours.
Yeah, that's why I think, fine, no problem. Little cover and just have blanket, fine. No, so terrible for my back and my body.
Not a yawn.
Huh?
I'm listening. I was just saying that's not a yawn.
Yeah, I learned something. Next time we do camp.
Condensation from your breathing. They said it was because the cold air outside and you and Feifei all warm together.
Mm-hmm.
This makes this moisture. Yeah.
Yeah.
But I had the same thing. I had my socks were all sticky and moist, and yeah, it was a pretty brutal night. But as you know, we got through it, and it made for a really good morning, a really good news story. Actually, the news segment. I still haven't got in touch with the reporter to get the segment copy, but we have some videos of this segment from. So we posted some clips of it on the Instagram stories, but I have the whole. I think it's a 57-second clip, and
I'm happy for you.
yeah, it was cool.
So cool.
And I also applied for the Guinness Book of World Records, so we'll see how that application goes. Yeah, and just to like set the record clear, I think a lot of people were curious or wondering like, what's the world record? How long was the previous one, and all this? What are the rules? All these things. Well, I think I kind of outlined them a couple different times throughout the live stream, but if you're following up and watching this one and you didn't get to watch the whole 24 hours, I don't blame you. But the world record was basically something that I created because and like I said to the reporter, the whole inspiration, the idea behind this was that I wanted to do something crazy. I wanted to do a ridiculous stunt like this that was not only a challenge for me, a mental challenge, as well as physical, but also it incorporated trapeze and circus and how to like tie those all together. And so this was like my idea, and I had been thinking about it for over a year and a half, almost 2 years probably. I was thinking to do it in Japan, but they wouldn't let me sleep in the tent because they had to take the net down. And then I was gonna do it with chocolate, morning chocolate. Yeah. I was gonna do it in Dallas, but I couldn't get the like logistics all together before we actually end up leaving. So it kind of worked out great that it was in Santa Barbara because we had a really good community of students that were there to support, as well as you may have seen the beginning of the class, the very first class, the private class at 8:30 was Amber and Zen and Paul, and they'd been taking morning classes every Sunday, and this was the first one I actually got to teach with them, and it was really good to like spend the whole class with them. But also, I
nice necklace.
I found it. It was in the bottom of my suitcase, Alex. Alex gave me this for my birthday like 3 years ago. So yeah, it was great that the students that were there for the private at the beginning of the day, the very beginning of the live stream at 8:15 and 8:30, were there right at the morning. They all three of them came to watch the very end of it. It was so incredible. But again, like the community we have around Santa Barbara with that trapeze school, and just the community in general around trapeze, like any trapeze you go to or any trapeze around the world has a really strong community because there's a level of trust and a level of enjoyment that comes from it. And it's not so much competitive, but it's just fun. It's enjoyable. And it's interesting because you'll still find drama around trapeze, which is really ironic. And I'm not answering right now. It's really interesting that there can be drama around something that's so enjoyable, but we don't need to get into that because we're not here to talk about drama. We're here to talk about how everything went, how everything wrapped up, and it's good to see we got a lot of people here today. I love it.
Thank you.
Yeah. So, thank you, Cobra, for sharing all that. I really appreciate it. So yeah, good to see we got a lot of people in the chat. A lot of people who were here the other night, probably wondering how did the next day turn out, right? I mean, that's the title of the video, and I'm sure you guys are curious about how my next days went. I know Cobra was asking like, how was it the next day there? It was great.
It's so good.
Shoot, I don't know if I completely finished the topic.
You remember? Next day?
So, kind of wrapping up after the live stream ended, the interviewer, the reporter, Did a little interview with Shane, who is one of our owners. Give a little background on the school and the Santa Barbara community as well. But then after that was she asked me a few questions, and it was interesting because she didn't really ask me too much about the record and the 24 hours. She said, "How did you start in trapeze, and why did you want to do this kind of thing?" And I was like, "Do you want the long story? Because I don't have a lot of brain power right now." And so we did a quick interview with her. She took some shots from around the rig and got video of me sitting up there, standing up there, and everything. I want to make her the link to the Newshawk article. We don't have that yet. I'm still waiting for the reporter to send me that. But I have the 57-second clip, and I'm going to post that somewhere. I don't know. I'll probably post it on Instagram, or I can post it on, I don't know if I'll post it on, maybe I'll post it on YouTube. I don't know. We'll see. But that was it. It was really quick, and we wrapped up, cleaned up the whole rig area, put away all the stuff, and Feifei was going to drive us to LA that day. We had to be there for a 3 o'clock appointment, but I said, well, let's go back to the house. Let's kind of calm down. I had to post a video that morning, which was like 9:30 before we left. So I was like, shoot, I have like an hour and a half, 2.5 hours before I have to post the 11 o'clock video. So that's when I posted the video of Taiko's, which is really good. And I need to put a link, or I think I might have put a link. A lot of things that happened that day I kind of lost track of. But the guy, he was in the chat also for a while. His name's Christopher Williams. He's a hair hanger, and he was the one that like created the idea for the video that Taiko made. And so I think I put a link to that in. Yeah, I think his Instagram link. It's in the description of that video. So hers was like a little portion of this entire like 5 or 6 minute video, where you got a lot of hair hangers to do little segments to make an entire video. In any case, so I had to post that. I got that done by 11 o'clock. And then I went to take a nap so I could be ready to wake up and drive with Feifei by like 1 or 1:30. And as soon as I laid down 30 minutes later, I got a message, and I had to take some phone calls. And so I did get a 30-minute sleep, but it felt like I closed my eyes and woke up again. It felt like a blink, because literally for the next, I don't even know how many hours, we got in the car, we drove to LA. My appointment was at 3. After that, we went to eat lunch with my friend Jocelyn. And then we got back after eating. It was like 5:30, 6 o'clock. I sat down to watch the Dallas Cowboys game. It was right as the Cowboys gave up a bomb, went down 21-0. I was like, well, the good thing is I'm so tired.
Watching game like this.
Yeah. There was nothing exciting about the game, at least in the second quarter, when they just gave up 21 points straight. And I was like, great. Well, that's sad, because I really wanted, this is the first time I get to watch the Cowboy game, because I always play on Sundays and I always work on Sundays. I was really kind of excited to watch the game. I was excited to be awake and fight through it. And then after that happened, after the 21-0, I said, you know what? It's not worth it. I need to lay down. So I literally went back into the bedroom, and then sorry, Feifei, 6:30 p.m. done like an Oji-san.
Oji-chan.
Oji-chan. Old man. I went to bed.
Dead. No, Oji-chan. You are dead body.
Was I? Did you get any video of it?
Oh, no. I don't want to bother you, so.
You weren't going to bother me. Trust me. There was no waking up from that nap. And you take videos of me all the time when I'm passed out on the floor in the containers.
Yeah, but that you turn off the light. And Feifei too tired, so.
Was Feifei sleeping?
Yeah, with you.
Oh, is she?
Yeah.
Oh. As soon as I lay down in bed, she just jumps up on the bed, and then I lay on my back with my legs like this, and then you go ahead. I wasn't talking. No, go ahead. I wasn't saying anything.
I put Feifei room, and that is so high.
Yeah.
I think she can, just maybe she around room, but she jumped and with you. Okay.
Yeah, that was a high bed.
High bed. And
so.
She still can jump.
Yeah. It's not the smartest thing for her, especially jumping down.
Yeah, but she do it.
Well, she do it, yeah. But
She's
those
so
little
strong.
old legs.
Strong old lady.
O-line was MIA for the boys. Yeah, well, so is our defense. Our defense has been MIA for the entire season. So you're giving up 30 points a game. You're not going to win very many of those. And so yeah, I was laying there. I lay down. Feifei crawled between my legs apparently, and then I was out for 13 hours, 12 hours. I woke up at 7:30 a.m. the next morning, which is great because that's about the time I would normally wake up, at 7 o'clock or so. I woke up and I was like, cool, let's start the day. And then so that was my sleep. It was really good. It was nice, but literally all the time leading up to that was a fight. It was like when we were driving down from Ventura to LA, it's about an hour drive, maybe a little over that. But Efe was driving, and I feel bad when I'm a passenger in a car and sleeping, because unless the driver is really like loves driving or is jamming to some music, like I feel like as a passenger, it's my responsibility to be company, right? To be there to like have conversation or to like point out, oh, look at this, and keep the driver attentive. Maybe that's just because that's what I prefer when I'm driving. Is I don't like driving very much, and so I like to have my passengers like keep conversation or stay present with me. And Taiko is like the worst at that, because as soon as she gets in the car, she's
すごい気持ちいい。
as you have seen in many Instagram stories or videos, I have a whole folder on my computer of Taiko sleeping, Taiko napping. So yeah, that's something that I really appreciate as a driver. But well, with Taiko, it's MIA.
Sometimes I wake.
Sometimes, like right when we get to where we're going, right when we leave and right when we arrive, that's when you're awake.
No.
That's the truth. That's the truth.
No.
So I heard that Eric Surf 6 is going to break your record in Japan, going 48 hours with nothing but vending machine food to eat. That's a good one. Well, it's a different type of record, but that would be good. I think it's really possible in Japan though, because you can get good vending machine food. You can get decent food like all around, and it's not that horrible. I mean, it's not always the most nutritious, but there are some. I mean, when I was there, I found apple and banana vending machines. They have some other fresh fruits and stuff like that. So there's some options.
Yeah.
Let's see what other comments we have. I'm just putting an apple crisp into the oven. Yeah. Taiko-chan, I always fall asleep in the car.
I love sleep in the car.
You love sleep anywhere. But do you guys anybody else have a like? Is that just like something that's a preference that I have with having your passengers be attentive while you're driving? Any of you guys like driving? Because maybe it's just because I don't like driving that I like the company and I like the conversation, but I don't know. Yeah, so yeah, that drive down there, I tried to stay awake as much as I could with FA driving. Plus, it's the middle of the day. It's like 1 o'clock. It's 1 o'clock, so she's okay. So yeah, I heard it. Sorry guys, Feifei was just having some breathing issues and I want to make sure she's okay. It's okay. She's had an active weekend, huh? She had a lot of activity this weekend, so yeah, well, what kind of rest? I mean, try and give her rest, and she's always wanting to run around and say hi. Look, see, don't leave her. Bring her over here. Here, we'll turn this computer around. We'll spend some time over here with Feifei. There you go, Feifei. Now we're here with you, baby. Don't leave us now. She likes to be by herself, but there you go. Oh, okay. All right. You just want love. Mm-hmm. So, so Ram said, I'm with you on that. I hate when passengers go to sleep and I have to drive. It makes me tired. Yeah, that's the thing too, Tycho. I don't know if you realize that, but when we're driving and the passenger falls asleep, it kind of makes us a little tired. It's like you want conversation to keep you awake. You want somebody there with you, like to sing the songs and just joke with you. But when the other person falls asleep, it just gets quiet and you can't play the music really loud because you want to be respectful for the other person sleeping. But at the same time, it's like you want to stay awake.
Okay, baby, okay. What happened?
I don't know.
She can't blink.
Just rest, baby. Yeah. So, sorry, taking a quick moment away for a second. Want to make sure. Feifei's been having she has congenital heart failure, so a valve in her heart doesn't completely close. So sometimes she has these breathing fits, and the doctors say as it gets worse, like her breathing might have more struggled. So we're really keeping a clean eye on that and making sure that we can do everything we can to keep her going. She wasn't really eating too much this morning, was she?
Yeah.
Yeah, her nose actually looks better. I remember before when she got here when we got her to California, she was readjusting to the atmosphere out here, and so her nose was dried up on one side, and she wasn't drinking a lot of water. She's doing better now, though, right? Like her nose looks perfect, so her nose is good. She doesn't drink as much water as she used to, though. That's true. Or does she? I don't know. I guess I just don't see it as often, but yeah. Feifei, everybody says they hope you feel better, sweetheart. Maybe she needs a haircut. Too much hair. Yeah. So, oh, poor Feifei. Old lady. She's 14 years old, and she made the trip all the way from Japan to here a few weeks ago, and she's got a lot of adventure in her in the last month already. So, I mean, obviously, we're real excited to have her, but she's been around quite a bit. And then when we took her to LA too this week, she met a few other dogs and got along really well with them, surprisingly. So the nice thing is it didn't seem like she was too stressed, and trying to keep any stress or any issues away from her because obviously the heart. But no, she's before we left Japan, they diagnosed her with that congenital heart failure, and so something we have to keep monitoring, something we give her medicine for too. So maybe a humidifier could help. That's a good idea too. You know what a humidifier is?
No.
It's something you put in, like we had in Japan. You put it, put water in it, and it kind of puts moisture in the air, so it can help her breathe. And maybe it's too dry for her. I don't know if that's actually an issue here, because literally in the mornings here, there's a lot of moisture out in the air. There's a lot of humidity. There's a heavy fog too that usually rolls through behind us all the way to Camarillo up before you get to Ventura, or before you get to Santa Barbara. So there's I don't know that that's an issue, but I'll definitely check into it and see if I can figure out. I mean, we need to do whatever we can with the time that we have with her. So make sure she's living good and not suffering. So, Ryan, you look good so well after such a fantastic achievement. Congratulations, Trapeze, a jolly good fellow. Trapeze, a jolly good fellow. That's a good one. Thank you. Hi, Taiko, he said.
Hi.
Or she, he or she. Bakaru Banzai. Bakaru Banzai. Yeah. So Feifei's 98 in human years. Wow. She's doing good.
Mhm.
But as you know, the Asian dogs, they live forever.
Forever.
Everybody from Asia. So this is what's happening right now, you know, and on the topic of what we were talking about with the record in 24 hours, obviously I feel good. I don't have any like lasting side effects except for losing a lot of memory from that day. YouTube is still struggling to process that whole video because being 24 hours long, I think it takes up quite a bit of bandwidth on their server. So either that or they're probably also checking through it. And I know they're not going to sit 24 hours straight to watch through it and see if there's anything that they need to censor or take out. I don't know how that processing procedure goes, but it's still not up. So I feel like it's a little bit weird that we're doing the wrap up and the follow up after the actual video's up, because I posted the link for the live stream on Facebook and people can't watch the replay because there's no replay process yet. So, yeah, that's, we're waiting for that to go up and see how that reacts. We had a really good turnout. Obviously, for being a 24-hour video, we had more views on that live stream than any other live stream that we've ever done. So that's another record for us, which is great. We had a lot of conversations. We had the most peak viewers at one time that we've had in any live stream. And we even raised some money. So we came up with some good ideas for other YouTube videos. I think we're going to try and figure out when this month we can do it. We still have 10 days left before the month's over. So we're going to try and figure out how to incorporate some of those videos. We're also going to shoot another video today because we're trying to pick out a car, and we're going to have Feifei pick out the car for us. So, yeah, that's how it went. I don't think this is going to be a very long live stream today because we have quite a few things we got to get done before we have some staff training. We have some installations. I have a few appointments today too, and it's going well. The Trapeze school is doing well. Got a lot of good publicity from that. We got a lot of good feedback through the Instagram on Santa Barbara Trapeze Co. for the school and for the record. How was your experience? How was your time with the 24 hours? Like, how was eating up on the platform, dinner with me up there on the platform, and sleeping in the tent, and the little party that was happening outside of your tent?
Yeah, normally, I mean, it's fun, but tent just, of course, small, so myself, and camp, it's a camper. I feel like a camp, but I feel like a little different because just sleep over there.
Yeah.
And cold.
Well, it was kind of like camping because we had dinner, we had to hang out with people, play some music, and then you sleep in the tent. That's what camping's about, right?
Yeah, but more have to prepare for make fire or make warm.
Yeah.
And more good clothes.
So how was your sleeping? Was it pretty calm or was it intense? Intense. Intense. I've been using that joke for a long time.
You know, I can sleep anywhere.
Yeah, especially cars. Mm-hmm. We should have shaped the tent like a car. Why don't you just sleep in the car? You're good at that. You could just be in the back seat.
Yeah, but I don't have a car.
Oh, that's true. There was no cars there. No. We were the only ones there.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Everybody
left at like midnight, right?
Yeah, and no light, no friends, and no just me and Feifei. I try to hug Feifei.
Stay warm, keep her warm.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was about midnight when the little party kind of left. The music went down and everybody packed up and left, and then it was just Taiko and I. And
I put a tent inside the couch.
The cushion. Yeah.
But I feel like this is awesome, no problem. But I wake like 4 o'clock, right?
Yeah.
And I feel body hurts so much. Wow, that hurts. But I'm cold. That's why I'm stay over there. Wake 4 o'clock and go bathroom and say hello to you guys. You and JT, he's over there.
Yeah, he had literally got there like half an hour before you woke up. But yeah, we also didn't prepare the weather, the clothes as well.
Because I know JT will come, but he come over there. Good for you. Somebody talk with you, and I don't wanna move. Wait more. And finally, I cannot wait bathroom, so I have to wake.
Yeah, well, and honestly, when JT came, it helped a little bit, but I was surprised because I was more excited to just have that whole area to stretch out because I was doing push-ups and squats. But when he got there, I couldn't do any push-ups. And the push-ups were kind of keeping me active and helping keep my blood flowing, to keep me warm, but also like keep me active. And then when he was up there, I couldn't do any of that. So it was more of a jama. It was more cumbersome than it was. I mean, he helped, of course, like having somebody there to talk to you and but it was also a little bit jama. I mean, and the other thing is I couldn't like communicate very well in the chat because people were talking and I was out of it. So Demolition Ranch is a veterinarian doctor. So Mr. Kakoroto, he suggested we get Feifei to Demolition Ranch. Does anybody else? Is that a channel? Is that a YouTube channel?
What is that?
It's a YouTube channel, maybe, that is a veterinary doctor. It's an animal doctor. So we can have.
Yeah, we need to find good for hard doctor.
Yeah.
For animal or dog.
Yeah, interesting. So, how was she during the night? Was she sleeping okay? Was she calm? Was she breathing heavy?
No, she's fine. She just wanna go out if I open tent.
Yeah.
She just wanna go out and walk around, smell and pee.
Yeah, and she's a light sleeper too. So the minute you move, she like pops up and.
Yeah, always.
So she probably hasn't had any like steady sleep in the last several days either.
Yeah.
Last night was probably good.
Yeah.
Well, we went to bed at 1, right? So 6 hours.
And before you sleep.
Oh yes. Yeah. That was good then. Yeah, I didn't realize, but like the entire day when I was up on the board, I see her on the ground and I want to give her a hug and I want to play with her, but I can't come down, and I didn't want her to come up to the board and stress out or anything either. So I saw her over there, and when I saw her at night and she poked her head out of the tent, and I was like, it was so cute, but I also didn't realize until I got down to the ground, like it was a full day without wrestling and playing with her. And I didn't I don't know. I mean, just being in the same proximity, but without like playing and hugging and like loving on her, it was weird. And she just went nuts, like for 15 minutes, just as I got down when I was down there. So it was really interesting and really cool. Kind of sucks. It's like, I guess when we were talking about the beginning of COVID and like people being quarantined and they can't hug their family, they can't like have that physical contact. I can't imagine 14 days. especially being like in that close proximity, like being right there and you can't hug or kiss or like wrestle or run your hands through her hair. But like with somebody else, it's yeah, with another human, like that, you need that. You need that.
Yeah.
So, Shiraizi asks, how's your stomach after the 24 hours? It's actually pretty good. I didn't have any issues whenever I had some hunger, and then when I ate, I think it was at 3 o'clock or 4 o'clock.
I passed to you because 4 o'clock I wait.
Oh, the sandwich, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, the BLT was not the best morning snack to eat. I was so hungry, and there was nothing else though. So that's what kind of made my stomach a little bit turned, but it was better. Was better having that feeling than the feeling of hunger. So the whole next day it didn't really hurt. It was really nice that I didn't have any residual stomach aches or nothing physiologically. It was actually a surprise. I mean, I know 24 hours is not a long time to stay awake, but by the time I went to bed, it was about 36 hours. So a little over 36 hours from the time that I was awake at 6 a.m. on Sunday morning.
I have to like think about. I have to wake today 24 hours. I get more when I sleep.
You get more tired?
More tired, more stuff. I can't hold it.
Yeah, well, you
I can't.
You sleep a lot more though. I don't know what.
I know.
The longest you probably ever stayed awake is like 10 hours, huh?
Yeah, I
Because you always take
can't.
naps. And...
I can't. How say? No sleep, no life for me.
Oh, look at that. Okay.
I can't. My brain is dead. If no sleep.
So Cobra, we didn't get to the ramen restaurant. No, we put it on the map so we know to get there and how to get there next time, but we didn't get to try it out that time while we were, like I said, we got there, we had the appointment and then ate quick hamburger and went to bed. I did. And then the next morning we got up, her and Feifei and I, we went down to Venice Beach. She'd never seen Venice Beach. So we got some cool photos of Feifei walking around on the beach. And we also had a bunch of sandwiches that we passed out to some homeless people and some people that were hungry. So it was nice to be able to kind of help out a little bit there. Taiko, are you ready for your next camp out? You ready for camping?
Not really, but I mean, the same style, I never want to do that. That is my first time and last time. And if we prepare and ready, everything good, yeah, sure. With friends and with you and together.
Yeah, I'm sure you'll be happy camping if we have a trailer, like an RV or something.
It's okay, tent. Just we prepare better than that.
Yeah.
I'm fine. 100% fine. So it's fun, you know.
Yeah. Well, I mean, it can be fun. Like again, you have to prepare camping the right way. You have to have the right foods, the right sleeping, the right warmth, and if it's a hot day, you have to have the right cooling. There's a lot that goes into camping. It's not just taking a tent, throwing it up, and like sleeping in it.
Yes, I'm amateur. I don't know.
Well, I mean, we also didn't plan that part very long because we were trying to figure out who was actually going to stay in camp. Feifei was planning to do it for a while, and then he decided not to. So
nobody's.
Yeah, I mean, I guess it's almost better that we didn't have a bunch of tents there and look like a homeless area, because that wouldn't be very good image for the school. And in any case, were you able to pick up your rice, Taiko? Did you get your rice?
Of course, もちろん.
Yeah, of course.
And yesterday, we
ate.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So if you guys saw my Instagram post, it's still up. We had nigiri and this really delicious coconut nigori. Nigori, yeah. Mm-hmm. It was nigori is the unfiltered sake, and it's so delicious. It's like coconut cream milk. Mm-hmm. So Sushi asked, "What did you learn from this?" That's a great question. What did I learn from this challenge? I think the first thing that I learned is that you definitely want to prepare for anything. Like, I prepared for a semi-cold night, but not as cold as it got. And again, it was like only 60 degrees, but it was definitely colder than I was prepared for. So, and I don't do cold weather well. So I'm a sissy when it comes to that. Also, I didn't prepare the kind of food I would need in the middle of the night, because I guess I don't think about like the time that you normally sleep for 7 or 8 hours, that you don't get hungry because you're asleep. Well, when you're awake, your body is typically hungry. And then also, after Eric Surf said, do some push-ups, and gave me the idea to like do push-ups and squats, I started to burn calories and I started to need more food. And so I got hungry quicker.
Need chocolate.
And I didn't have chocolate.
I know.
I had a BLT, and the BLT, the bacon, after it wasn't fresh anymore, was just probably not the best thing as well for my stomach. So like, those are the preparation things that I learned from it. Another thing I learned from it was that, and this is again why I kind of did the challenge. One of the reasons why I did the challenge is because I wanted to test my mental strength. I wanted to condition my mind to do things beyond what like they're comfortable doing. And in sports, you do that a lot, but usually those things in sports are physical. And so with this, it's a lot physical, but the mental part of like staying awake and trying to fight through that, and also trying to stay focused where you don't fall off the platform. And you have to like use the restroom, and you have to maneuver around, and you have to stay conscious. Like, those are things that are a lot more challenging when you have such a small space to work with. So if I were to do it again, somebody asked me, would I do it again? Yeah, I'm sure I would. I would have a lot better preparation. It's kind of like doing the Pocky Chip Challenge. I wasn't prepared. I didn't do it right. That's why I had a little bit more pain the next day than like Feifei and John when they just recently did it, because I told them all the things that I learned so they could prepare better. And I also didn't want them to hate me for asking them to do that challenge. But those are the things that I learned from it. And then I also learned that if you're a good person, like, good people tend to follow you. So the reason I say that is because the community that we have, and I'm going to keep saying this community, like, I didn't expect more than like 1 or 2 people to like be around at the time, early in the morning. And we never had less than like 9 people in the chat. So, and maybe that was because people were just running it while they were sleeping. And either way, that's cool. It gives you a little extra confidence knowing that there's a lot of people there still supporting you. And so it's like being on a team, and you don't want to let your team down. So you fight harder, you struggle a little bit more, and you're willing to do it rather than like just give in and say, okay, it's too cold, I need to go down and warm up my hands. I need to go down and take a actual poo, like without using the platform facilities. So like, there are those things that I learned. It really helps like get your mind past certain things if you're really willing to acknowledge that you can do it. And it's all really cliche, but it's the truth. And I think a lot of it was listening to the David Goggins stuff over the last month. That's kind of got me in this mentality and conditioning my mind to be prepared for like things like this. And like, when it was 4 in the morning, 5 in the morning, and I was dying, you guys saw in the video, I was dying. I was dozing off. I was hungry. I was like, I need to do crap. And JT's up on the board with me, and I can't stretch out. I can't like sit comfortably. My legs are cramping. So yeah, so those are some of the cool things I learned. Thanks for the question. That's a really good one, actually. My phone got wet. Can I borrow some rice?
No.
Yeah, come by, buddy. We'll give you some rice. It'll be already cooked though. A bottle for pee and a sack for poo. I had the stream in my pocket while working so I could check when I had it. Yeah, I know a few people were like running the live stream while they were busy working or sleeping, and that's awesome. Like I said, just seeing the number that like there was 9 or 10 people there at all times was really, really cool to give me a confidence. You'll never look at the platform the same again. Oh no, it's funny because I don't even really work at the platform very often. the platform is usually the introductory level where like when you first learn to instruct in trapeze, you learn the platform because it's the easiest and safest position to learn. And there's the least amount of responsibility for the students. But so that's why I'm usually on the lines or catching, but I don't think I'll be working the platform as much anymore. I mean, yeah, I definitely will be up there having some deja vu whenever I get up there, and maybe I'll bring my video up and just do live stream every time. Drunk, right? I thought I saw a question before that I didn't acknowledge. I think you would have been okay if it was not for the wind. Yeah, Ram, like if it wasn't for the wind and better food prep, burn a lot of calories staying up there. That's exactly, I mean, again, these are things like when you do something for the first time, you're going to have a new experience, regardless of how well you prepare. You're not going to know what it's going to feel like to do it. And same thing with flying trapeze. You can prepare for your first flying trapeze class. You can stretch, you can warm up, you can exercise, you can condition, but none of that will actually prepare you for what the feeling is going to be like and what the movements that are going to be required are going to feel like. And at the end of your first class, it doesn't matter. You're going to be a little bit sore. You're going to be a little bit like feeling in places that you didn't know you could. So your hands might be sore. Even people who've been doing trapeze for a while, when they learn to catch, they go up in the catch swing and they're sitting there. It has a different feel to you. So you're like squeezing a little harder than normal and you don't realize it, but your forearms start getting pumped out faster than you would normally because you're gripping a little tighter and it's just a new experience. So it's just like anything. And I think it would be a little easier the next time. Maybe I'll go 25 hours. I don't know. We'll see when Guinness Book gets back to me if we can really get that established and verified as a official world record. But in the meantime, we're going to have to be happy knowing that nobody else in the world, in the history of the world, has ever done it, and it's all over the news. So there's proof. It's all live streamed, so there's no question that it didn't happen. It did happen. You guys know it. You guys were there. Yeah, how about a POV with a GoPro on while you're catching up on the trapeze? That's actually really good. The good thing about a POV when you're catching is you get some really cool angles. The hard thing is that as you're swinging, your head's going forward and back to try and keep your swing at a certain height. So the video is a little bit dizzying if you're not familiar with it. And then you also have to flip the image over because you're upside down, right? Taiko.
Hi.
Is there any crazy challenge that Ryan has wanted to do that you had to tell me no?
I don't know.
Have you thought of any challenges that I said like, oh, this would be good, and you said no, don't do that. That's not good.
No, nayo. I don't think so.
No, not yet.
Not yet. No.
Yeah, she's pretty supportive. Everything I do, even the crazy ideas, she's like, okay. I was actually surprised because I didn't know she was going to stay at the tent at the rig with me this time.
Yeah.
Originally, she was like, I'll just go back. But then we didn't know who was going to come back in the morning, if anybody was, because coming back at
drive and not have a car.
Right. And it's 8 a.m. And so asking somebody to drive back at 8 a.m. because you're being crazy and you want to sleep or stay up on a platform all night. I don't know. I feel bad asking people to do that stuff, but I was very, very lucky, because both Shane and Feifei and some of our students and all the students from the first class the day before, all of them came back to watch the last hour, and it was great. And it was cool too to watch as the viewers and the live stream just was like, the chart was going up. It was like, first it was 10 or 15, then 20, then 25, then 40. And I think it got up to 50 at one point. And like, that was the most we've ever had. So it was really cool to see that. And then it was like, oh, good, it's getting to the end. So I just kept thinking about that moment at the end when it was 4 hours left and I was dying. I was like, just think of that end, think of the moment, think of how fun it's going to be. The sun's going to be out. And even the catch we did at the end, I had planned on that, but I really didn't think it was going to happen. Literally, Feifei pulled up like with 20 seconds to spare. And so he literally just ran through some chalk on his hands, pulled up his sleeves and went up to catch me. And I'm so glad it was like the first call of good timing, because if the timing wasn't good, I was not going to be able to do it again. And it was a good way to end the stream with the catch. That's a fantastic record. I hope it makes the Guinness World. This is my first live stream invited by Mindy's mom. Oh, Mindy's mom, that's awesome. Thank you for inviting her. Thank you for referring her. And again, a big round of applause. Thank you to Mindy's mom for getting the reporter there. That was so cool. And the lady even said to me, she's like, I wish we would have known this sooner, because then we could have put it live on the live broadcast. And I said, well, I didn't know who to contact, and the people that did contact were apparently not the right people, because nobody got in touch with anybody who made those decisions. So in any case, it happened, and yeah, big thanks to Minnie's mom. That was awesome.
Yeah. So,
sure, Izzy, everyone in the chat and on site, we're proud of you. You've got a great team of friends with you. Yeah, I think that's more thanks to you guys. It's great. Like I said, I think good people just beget other good people. If you're a nice person, you treat people well, then you're gonna hopefully get that in return. And those are the kind of people that I'm attracted to anyway. So it was really nice to see all that like in full flesh, right, as it was happening. So yeah, you guys have any other questions about how it went, or our reactions to either Taiko or mine, or Feifei during the live stream or the days after? Yesterday was a fun day. We came back from LA and had some sushis, had some salmon nigiri and nigori, and yeah, went to bed at 1 o'clock because I was doing some research online and preparing for this video. So Taiko, would you let me do the Pocky Chip challenge again?
You?
Yeah.
I don't know. Maybe. Yeah, sure. I mean,
you went through like 6 different answers in like 10 seconds. Yeah, well, sure. I don't know. Maybe.
Because next day day off, no problem. Yeah.
Yeah.
If you don't do anything, so do it.
Pocky Chip hanging from a trapeze challenge. Like, I can always count on guys like Danny and Wanamaker to come up with these crazy ideas. Wanamaker, you're ridiculous. That's a Pocky Chip. How can we incorporate like 2 or 3 challenges? Now that's something we should start thinking about. Pocky Chip challenge is easy, right? I mean, it's not easy, but it's been done now.
How many you do it?
Pocky Chip challenge while on a flying trapeze. Now that's something a little different. While I'm hanging in the catch trap. See how long I can hang in the catch trap for 5 minutes, 20 minutes, eating the Pocky Chip? I don't know. Put natto on the Pocky Chip. Oh, one more thing to guys keep in mind or stay tuned for. We are going to do, I think we're going to do a live stream with a taste test of Japanese alcohol with my friends here. I remember we did one in Japan where I went to the store and I just bought a bunch of random Japanese alcohols and we tried them during a live stream. It was really cool, but we all lived in Japan and so we had access to it. Here, when we were at the Japanese market just yesterday in LA, I picked up 4 different types of Japanese alcohol, and you guys are going to be familiar with them when you see them, but it'll be interesting. There's a couple of them that I'm pretty sure none of the people who are going to try it have tried before. And I'm giving first dibs to the people who've already helped me with the natto and the Pocky challenge. So Fe's already in. He said he's ready to do it. But also, if there's anybody that you guys have seen that you guys would be interested in seeing do the Japanese alcohol challenge that you've seen in the vlog, let me know and I'll invite them over as well, because whoever you guys think is most interesting and entertaining, we'd love to have those too, because that makes it more fun for all of us. So think about that. Leave a message in the comments of who you want to see do the Japanese alcohol challenge. It can't be Taiko because she doesn't drink and she knows Japanese alcohol anyway. But if it's somebody who hasn't, say again.
I judge you or I give.
You'll be the bartender.
Mm-hmm.
So somebody said Furious Pete. Danny, if you can get Furious Pete to do a collaboration with me, then we'll put him on here for sure. If it's not somebody that's already been in the vlog and you suggest somebody like that, then it's your responsibility to get them to contact me for the collaboration and we'll make it happen. Hey, maybe the dude's got it. I mean, maybe the dude's got it Eric Surf's son. Maybe we can get him to do it. Is he old enough? Oh, well, we'll make it happen anyway. All right, guys. Cobra, you've been awesome. Leaving all the links up there. Thanks again to all our mods. Thank you guys for watching. If you got any more questions, leave them in the comments. I'll be sure to answer those as well as anything else. And yeah, let us know who you think would be best to do the Japanese sake challenge or alcohol challenge with Feifei, because Feifei is definitely in.
I'm gonna win. There's no competitiveness.
Say it again.
I'm an alcoholic. I'm gonna win.
It's not about who can get the drunkest. It's about just tasting and like getting your reaction.
I'm gonna take all of them, taste all of them, not get drunk. Hi, Feifei.
Feifei, calm
I'm an
down.
alcoholic. I know it's not a good thing.
What's going on, Feifei?
I'm just leaving.
He's your roommate. Chill out, Feifei.
She don't know. Who are you?
She sees him in all black. He's like a ninja in the house.
All hat.
Yeah, right?
Hat,
Oh, that's true. She didn't like when she can't see who it is.
Hat and sunglasses. Yeah.
You need to get the guys at the school to join you for the taste test. Did you guys like Shane and Eric? Shane and Eric were from the Trapeze school. You can maybe get them. I don't have enough alcohol. I can only do 3 people. So tell me your top 3 people. Leave that in the comments because this live chat won't replay after 24 hours. So leave in the comments who you think would be the best 3 people, or Instagram, DM me. That would be awesome too. But you guys go live your best life. Have a great day. If you're going to do anything crazy, let me know because I want to join. So thanks, Ram, also for posting all those links. You guys are awesome. All the links that they're posting are also in the description if you can't see them on your phone. It's the link to join our Patreon. It's the links to our social media. It's links to the donation pages as well. And yeah, Shane and Eric and Feifei spelled out. So that's going to be it for this live stream. We've got a little bit of work to do today, but we will see you tomorrow. We have a special video tomorrow. All right, guys. Feifei, you want to say goodbye? Feifei? Feifei. Hey. All right, guys.
I was
Take
gonna
care.
say bye-bye.
She said it without
She did.
Say.
Okay. All right, guys. Go be awesome.